Hello, Dumela, welcome, Gel Amuhela. In this channel, you're going to learn how to have conversations, learn grammar, phonics, and a little bit of reading. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. Welcome to Sesotho lessons, and today is just going to be an introduction to the language. So, Sesotho is spoken in Africa, and it is spoken in the southern part of Africa. There is a dialect in South Africa and also in Lesotho. So it is very dominant in Lesotho. People who live in Lesotho use Sesotho as their first language. It is also similar to Silozi. Silozi is spoken in Zambia. When people have a conversation in Silozi and you are a Sesotho speaking person, you will definitely understand what they're saying, even though some words are different, but you'll definitely understand because the language is similar to Sesotho. People in Free State, which is found in South Africa, you will also understand, or rather they also speak Sesotho as their first language. People in Free State, in Bloemfontein, in QwaQwa, and also in Gauteng. In the Midvaal, most Africans in that area use Sesotho as their first language. So how people normally greet in South African Sesotho is different to how people would greet in Lesotho. But these ways are both correct. It's just that the normal way that people would be greeting in South Africa is this way that I'm going to show you now. So, hello, dumela. Hello, dumela. How are you? Okay. How are you? Okay. I am fine. Kiteng. I am fine. Kiteng. And how are you? Wena okay. And how are you? Wena okay. This is like the normal way that you would hear people greeting who are speaking Sesotho in South Africa. But this is how you would hear people greet in Lesotho. Dumela, hello. Dumela, hello. O phela jwang? How are you? O phela jwang? How are you? Ke phela hantle. I am fine. Ke phela hantle. I am fine. Wena o phela jwang? And how are you? Wena o phela jwang? So these ways, they're both correct. It's just that when people greet, you can actually tell where they are from. Even though this is not standard, you might find people in South Africa greeting in the way that Lesotho people greet and vice versa. Another difference is that the letter L is pronounced as a D in Lesotho. The letter L for love is pronounced as a D for dove in Lesotho. The next lesson will explain when is the letter L pronounced as a D and when it is expected to be pronounced as the letter L. So these are just some of the few differences that you would find in the Sesotho spoken in South Africa and the Sesotho spoken in Lesotho. But the language is just the same. You will definitely understand if people speaking South African Sesotho and people speaking Sesotho from Lesotho. It's just that it's a dialect. Now, moving on. To understand the language, you need to understand how the vowels are pronounced, the vowels of the phonics of the vowels. So in most African languages, this is how the vowels are sounded. Okay, I'm first going to say them in the way that we used to in English, how we say vowels in English, and then I'm going to say them how we would say them in Sesotho. Right, we have 5 vowels, but because of the diacritics that we have in Sesotho, we end up having 7 vowels. Again, on our other lessons, I will be explaining to you what those means and how do we utter the sounds of those two extra vowels. Okay, so we've got a, e, o, u. This is how we sound the vowels in Sesotho. We sound them like this in English. A, E, I, O, U.